Retired General Chiwenga is currently in Midlands, where he is said to actually tour various mining companies. And he is actually spitting venom, saying that there are generations who came before us and left these mineral resources. We should do the same and leave wealth. Actually arguing that if that does not happen, future generations will spit on our graves over mineral plunder, of which he acknowledges that they have been mineral plunder. And if it continues at this pace, definitely the minerals of Zimbabwe will run out for future generations. In simple terms, he was actually advising the current regime of Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa not to be greedy and to be thoughtful about future generations to come. Greetings and welcome to lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So, Vice President Constantino Chiwenga has warned against the export of unprocessed minerals, declaring that Zimbabwe risks being remembered with contempt by future generations if it fails to industrialize rural communities and retain value from its vast mineral wealth. Speaking during a familiarization tour of Sandawana mine in Mberengwa on Wednesday, Chiwenga begged the cabinet's decision to immediately ban the export of raw lithium and concentrates, accelerating a prohibition originally planned for 2027. The mine is owned by the Mutapa Investment Fund under its energy minerals portfolio. Chiwenga said it would be unforgivable for the current generation to squander what he described as Africa's largest lithium resource without creating wealth that outlives today's leadership. It will be, this is his words, it will be foolish to leave no legacy for future generations. He said as he stood before a vast open pit. They will ask about those pits, and we will tell them it was a lithium mine. They will ask what we benefited, and if there is nothing to show, it will be a shame on us. He warned that history would judge leaders harshly if they allow the country's resources to be stripped without value addition. If we don't leave anything for the future generations, they will spit on our graves. He said, let us leave a legacy that would be respected. He criticized the country's past experience with raw lithium exports, saying it brought environmental harm, infrastructural damage without tangible national returns. We were exporting lithium ore, that is him speaking. Our roads were getting destroyed by trucks, pollution and everything, but we were getting nothing. When we do mining, we should do value addition for economic growth. The vice president says Zimbabwe must urgently shift from being a supplier of raw materials to a hub of mineral processing industries, especially in rural areas where the resources are found. We want rural industrialization and the growth of our nation, he said. We want to live to see the day where we will have tall buildings in Mberengwa, modern infrastructure where we once had pastures and mines. We must build cities here in the rurals. His comments came as Sandawana Mine announced it is advancing plans for a lithium concentrator plant costing up to 275 million, expected to process 3 million tons of ore annually, with commissioning targeted for December 2027. Government officials say the accelerated ban on raw lithium exports was triggered by widespread abuse of the window period meant to allow companies to prepare for beneficiation. On Tuesday, Mines Minister Polite Kambamora announced that some actors had instead rushed to mine and stockpile ore, including illicitly transporting it to a neighboring country for future exports. Information Secretary Ndabaningi Mangwana called the conduct nothing less than the plunder of our national heritage and a direct undermining of our sovereignty. The cabinet decision shuts the door on the exports of unprocessed lithium with immediate effect. Chiwenga told traditional leaders during the tour that beneficiation was no longer optional, but the cornerstone of economic transformation. We are not the first nor the last, he said. There are generations who came before us and left these natural resources. We should do the same and leave wealth for the future generations. Chiwenga will also visit other mining projects in Midlands during the next 3 days, of which today he is still also towing these minerals. Chiwenga actually projecting his economic policies, especially if he were to become actually the president. He is serious about processing of raw materials within the country of origin so that those raw materials benefit the country. And also he is serious about urbanization of rural areas, especially where minerals are discovered, saying that the areas where minerals are discovered should not be left with environmental degradation, should not be left with holes, but rather these areas should actually be seen to be developing, modernizing, having tall buildings. The minerals benefiting the local people in such a manner. That is what he was speaking about, that these minerals discovered in rural areas should actually lead to rural industrialization, transforming those rural areas into urban centers. He says there should be something to show for the minerals, vast minerals that are discovered throughout Zimbabwe. And also we have learned that these minerals are plundered by countries like China. They have been transporting ores of lithium, vast, you would see bags and bags and tons. These people wanted to take it all. And maybe it is continuing, with ZANU-PF, they can announce that they have put a ban whilst also allowing certain individuals to be actually trading. How will they get money? They have been getting peanuts out of this instead of getting a lot of money, and also creating industries within Zimbabwe that can actually produce lithium batteries. How can you have all these minerals and not be in a position to produce finished product so that you sell to the world the finished product, and you don't sell to the world the substandard product, only making countries like China to be rich? China is actually getting richer and richer. It is showing forth for actually stealing the minerals of Africa. In fact, this is as good as stealing, because it is paying peanuts, just buying regalia for ZANU-PF in exchange for actually the wealth. If we buy those batteries, lithium batteries are very expensive. They are good batteries. In fact, you are watching this channel of mine. I don't use actually Eskom electricity. I use lithium. It's a lithium battery that is actually that I'm using, and I'm using everything in my studio. Literally everything. Lithium batteries are the future if they are used properly, if actually the government thinks beyond the box. We hope all these promises will actually materialize, in our lifetime. Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Okanqumbu Mhlabane is signing off. Let me love and live